Hello guys, I want to talk about brainwashing in flat earth. Okay, there's some flat earthers out there, believe it or not, who have been into flat earth for 2 years and they still think the earth is flat. I don't know how they could ignore all the evidence that goes against their theory, but they still believe the earth is flat. Nathan Thompson, for example. Okay, we're part of a brain training group in which you do hand-eye coordination exercises, you speak in complete sentences, you recite and memorize pi, you recite the powers of 2, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, all the way to, 1,000, whatever, 1,040,576, and beyond. And I noticed that he recites these flat earth beliefs and lies just as he would recite pi. 3.14159, 265,359. He would bounce a golf ball on a hammer, which is part of the program. He would say, there's no pictures of Earth from space. He kind of sounds like Eric Dubay. He's like, no picture of Earth from space. Water doesn't curve. The Earth is actually flat. Bedford level proves that. And he's going off reciting these flat Earth lies as if they're real science. So it's ingraining in his head. And so many flat Earthers, they just repeat and recite and regurgitate all this flat Earth bullshit over and over and over until they actually believe it. And Hitler knew this. Hitler knew that if you repeat a lie enough times, the people will believe it, right? And they'll defend it, staunchly defend it, right? So these flat earthers are reciting these lies over and over and over and over again without even really thinking about it, right? Saying that the moon is just this hologram. How do you know? There's flags on the moon. You could see them. There's flags on them. There's planets in space that are also spheres that also go around the sun. You can see the star patterns, how the stars move in the sky. Study astronomy 101. Just study astronomy. It's not made up of, oh, this star is made of this gas. We know it is. We know what it's made of. We know how far away it is. It's light years away, yeah, right? Why would you ignore things that other people who are smarter than you have figured out, right? You guys are using a cell phone, a car that was made with lifetimes of people putting their knowledge together, putting their minds together to make this stuff. You're using a cell phone that uses cell towers, that uses satellites, that uses data, that uses this electrical currents to give us a cell phone to say, ha, the earth is flat. You guys are spitting in the face of the very people who made your cell phones, who made science what it is today. All right, so these guys are regurgitating these facts. And there's a phenomenon, I forgot exactly what the name of it is, but basically, you're a normal person living a normal life, right? You have this ridiculous belief. Then you start pushing away everybody who's normal out of your life and only talking to people who believe what you believe. So then you only get your news from the same sources, the same few sources, instead of getting your news from a million different sources, 1,000 different sources, right? So all your sources of information come from the same flat earth group of people. And they all are just as stupid and crazy as you are. They all believe just as stupid things you are without any proof. Jake the flat earth asshole said, why do you believe that? Because someone told you? Well, part of that is, why is it wrong if someone tells you something? Because you guys are doing this exact same thing. And two, not only is someone telling you about science, you could do it yourself. You can experience it yourself. You can test gravity yourself. You can test chemistry. I took chemistry classes in college, right? I looked in a microscope and I saw molecules, cells, DNA. I saw these things with my own eyes, right? Just as I took a telescope and I saw planets in space with my own 2 eyes. I saw Jupiter, whoop, moving across the sky. Whoop, boop, 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 right? Satellites up in the air. Satellites up in the air going across the sky, blinking as they go across the sky. Those same satellites have footage from them. How could you reject all that? Oh, it's just CGI, it's all fake. You don't fucking know that. You don't know it's CGI. You're making it up. Guys, your pictures are CGI. There are no flat earth pictures. There are no pictures of flat earth. None. And all the ones from space that show a horizon show a very, very tiny, tiny curvature. Very, very, very tiny curvature. You can't even tell. And they say, where's the curvature? Well, it's that really small part on the ends. If you were to put a red line through Microsoft Paint all the way straight, you would notice on the very ends there's a very, very tiny bit of curvature. How much curvature do you expect to see? All right, so if you get your news from the same sources, people saying, oh, all the planets are fake, Earth is flat, the horizon's always flat, rises to your eyes, and then you do the test yourself, and it doesn't do that. The horizon doesn't rise to your eyes. You see more the higher you go up. Planets aren't fake. You can see them yourself. You're reciting this stuff for no reason, and it's just getting ingrained in your head. Now, if we were to get a rocket ship and blast Nathan Thompson into the air and make him see the curvature, make him see space is not water. They believe space is water. If you were to make them see this for themselves, they wouldn't be able to handle it because it's so ingrained in them. Nope, Earth is flat. Nope, water doesn't curve. That you can't get through to this head. You can't get through to them. Nathan Thompson has been a flat earther for years, 2.5 years now, I believe, right? Because I knew him before flat Earth, and I've known him after flat Earth. He's always been an asshole. He's always been a piece of shit, bastard, fatherless faggot. But now he's even more convinced than ever. And because he's protesting, because he's arguing with people, because he's mocking regular people who know the earth isn't flat, it's getting more ingrained with him. And the people around him also feed into it. They express ideas, they share memes with each other. Now it's just even more ingrained in them. So there's no escaping. This guy's ruined his life completely. Completely ruined his life. And you flat earthers might ruin your life. So stop it. Stop believing the earth is flat when it's not. You are ruining your life. You are taking yourself out of your group of friends and just having this crazy group of friends who all believe what you believe, who all tell you and regurgitate the same bullshit that's not even true, right? I'm a vegan, right? So I have friends who are vegans, and we share information in the vegan community. Whether some of it's false, I don't know. But I know that if I'm wrong about veganism, right, maybe I'm just a little bit unhealthy. But I'm not. I'm very healthy. If you're wrong about flat earth, you're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. You wasted your time. There's no gain. With veganism, you're gaining a diet. You're gaining knowledge. You're gaining health. Flat earth, you gain nothing. You lose everything. You lose your connections with friends. You lose your head. You lose your mental capacity to think. Fuck flat earth. Don't research flat earth. Run away from flat earth. If someone mentions flat earth, take 3 slow steps back. That way they don't hurt you, and then run away. Fuck you, Nathan Thompson.